What is up, FB family? Get ready to have your minds blown because today we're talking about a summer transfer window that feels more like a blockbuster movie than actual football business. Forget the calm before the storm, CB. We are smack dab in the middle of a Category 5 hurricane of transfers, drama, and tactical bombshells. Can you believe it? Bruno Fernandes caught having dinner with a Saudi star while a $100 million bid looms over Manchester United, and get this, Chelsea is apparently leading the race for a player being dubbed Hazard 2.0. This isn't just about who's coming or going, this is about internal rifts tearing clubs apart, tactical revolutions that could redefine the game, and desperate last-minute deals that will shape legacies. If you thought you knew what was happening, think again and strap in because we're about to unpack the craziest, most unpredictable summer the Premier League's Big Six has ever seen, and trust me, you do not want to miss a single second of this. Alright, let's kick things off with arguably the most turbulent club right now. Manchester United, the stormy summer of internal strife and mega bids. Man United, my friends, is not just having a transfer window, they're having a stormy summer, and it's not just about who they're trying to sign like Matheus Cunha or Emiliano Martinez. The real headline here, and this is where it gets spicy, is the internal rifts becoming increasingly clear. Alejandro Garnacho, the rebel without a cause. Let's talk Garnacho first. This is a young talent bursting with potential, but the sources are telling us he's publicly expressing a desire to leave Old Trafford. And where does he want to go? Chelsea, imagine that, a direct rival. Why? Because tensions are escalating. There's controversial behavior, and a strained relationship with the coaching staff. This isn't just a player wanting a move. This sounds like a serious breakdown in relationship. My personal take, for a club trying to stabilize and rebuild after a disappointing season, this kind of public dissent from a key young player is a huge problem. It undermines authority and creates instability. His future is a significant question mark, and honestly, it's a situation United needs to resolve quickly to show they have control. Chelsea is reportedly ready to act on a $60 million asking price, which shows how serious this could be. Jadon Sancho crossroads at Chelsea's deadline. Then there's Jadon Sancho. After impressing in the Conference League final, scoring a decisive goal, he's at a new crossroads. Chelsea has given him a deadline to decide whether he wants to stay. The Blues are willing to buy him permanently, but only if he accepts a salary reduction. If not, he's going back to United. This is fascinating. It highlights Chelsea's smart business approach under Enzo Maresca. They want him, but on their terms. For Sancho, this is a make or break moment. Does he swallow his pride for consistent game time and a fresh start, or does he return to a situation that clearly didn't work for him? I think this puts immense pressure on Sancho to perform if he stays at Chelsea, knowing the salary cut is a reflection of his past struggles. Bruno Fernandes, the £100 million captain. But perhaps the biggest bombshell for United comes in the form of their captain, Bruno Fernandes. Al-Hilal has reportedly sent a $100 million bid and a huge salary offer to persuade him. And then the kicker, Fernandes was seen dining with Joao Cancelo, which has everyone speculating about an imminent deal. Coach Ruben Amorim, who might be watching this unfold, still believes Fernandes wants to stay, but even he admits every player has a price and time is running out for a decision. My opinion, $100 million for a midfielder, even one as influential as Bruno, is an astronomical sum, especially for a club like United that needs to rebuild across multiple positions. If they accept it, frees up massive funds, but they lose their on-field leader and most consistent creator. It's a classic dilemma, cash versus captaincy. This move, if it happens, would redefine United's entire summer. Goalkeeper quandary, Onana out, Martinez in. And just when you thought it couldn't get crazier, United are also considering replacing Andre Onana with Emiliano Martinez from Aston Villa. Martinez is on their goalkeeper shortlist and hasn't committed his future, waiting until after the Argentina national team break to decide. This suggests United aren't fully convinced by Onana after one season, or they see a clear upgrade. Martinez is a World Cup winner, a fiery personality, and a top-tier shot stopper. This would be a significant statement if they pull it off, aiming for solidity at the back. Manchester City, the Pep Guardiola tactical revolution. Now let's pivot to the reigning champions, Manchester City. Under Pep Guardiola, we're not just talking about transfers, we're talking about a surprising tactical revolution. This is peak Guardiola, always evolving, always pushing the boundaries, no wingers, a 4-2-2-2 shockwave. The sources indicate that Pep is planning a system that does not use traditional wingers, especially given that perceived lack of true wingbacks in the squad. He's reportedly experimenting with a 4-2-2-2 formation, where players like Phil Foden and Matheus Nunes would play as inverted forwards supporting Erling Haaland. This is revolutionary. It's influenced by Jack Grealish's almost certain departure and the potential non-utilization of Doku and Savinho. My analysis here is that Pep sees a weakness in traditional wide play and wants to maximize central overload and quick transition. This would be a nightmare for opposing defenses as it creates unpredictable attacking patterns with Foden and Nunes acting as almost false nines or shadow strikers behind Haaland. It demands immense tactical discipline and technical quality from every player, which City undoubtedly has. It also indicates Pep's relentless pursuit of perfection even after winning everything, new targets for a new system. To support this radical shift, City is actively pursuing new talent. Eberechi Eze from Crystal Palace is a top target, and he's publicly stated his strong desire to win titles, saying, "I want to win every possible title. I will do everything to win. That has always been the goal from day one." And this kind of hunger is exactly what Guardiola looks for. As they're also eyeing dynamic fullbacks like Tino Livramento and Rayhan Ait-Nouri to provide width and defensive solidity in this no-winger setup. This shows that even without traditional wingers, they still need athletic, defensively sound wide players who can bomb forward when needed. If Ederson departs, Diogo Costa is the top target for goalkeeper, which would be another significant change to the spine of the team. The lingering shadow of 115 charges, however, a cloud still hangs over the club, the 115 financial violation charges. Despite hearings ending in late 2024, no conclusion has been reached, causing disappointment among experts. Kieran Maguire commented, 6 months have passed since the end of the hearing, but nothing has been released, which is very disappointing. My opinion is that this ongoing uncertainty is a huge psychological burden. While it might not affect their immediate transfer activity, it's a constant reminder of potential future sanctions that could drastically alter their trajectory. It puts a huge question mark over their long-term stability even amidst their on-field dominance. Arsenal, ambitious and swift moves for a title push. Let's talk about Arsenal, a team that has been knocking on the door of the Premier League title and is now showing ambitious and swift transfer moves to finally break through. They're not messing around. They're in it to win it. The Sesko saga, the missing piece. Their top priority is Benjamin Sesko from RB Leipzig, whom they see as the missing piece for their attack. They've been in tense negotiations and have even intensified efforts after a private meeting with Leipzig's sporting director. The $70 million release clause is the key negotiation point. Sesko himself is reportedly leaning towards a club that can compete in both the Premier League and Champions League, which perfectly fits Arsenal's profile. My take: Sesko is a fantastic prospect, tall, fast, and clinical. If Arsenal gets him, he adds a different dimension to their attack, a genuine number 9 that can lead the line and offer aerial threat, taking some pressure off Gabriel Jesus. This is a statement signing a declaration of intent. Gyökeres as backup Olmo on radar. The deal for Victor Gyökeres has temporarily stalled after Sporting Lisbon rejected a $59 million offer despite a previous verbal agreement. This confirms Arsenal are prioritizing Sesko with Gyökeres as a backup. They're also monitoring Dani Olmo from Bayern Munich, who could become a free agent. Olmo would add immense creativity and versatility to their midfield and attack. Winger conundrum: Martinelli, Sané, and Leao. Interestingly, Gabriel Martinelli is a potential target for Bayern Munich as a replacement for Leroy Sané. Sané is also on Arsenal's radar if he becomes a free agent. The sources highlight that due to the instability of both Martinelli and Sané, coach Mikel Arteta reportedly wants to add a high-class winger to rotate with Bukayo Saka and reduce pressure on him. This is small. Saka is immense, but he needs cover and competition. A deal for Raphael Leao from AC Milan is also progressing well, with the Portuguese player reportedly agreeing to Arsenal's project. Milan is reportedly forced to sell Leao due to financial difficulties after failing to qualify for the Champions League. This is huge. Leao is a world-class talent, an electric winger who can single-handedly change games. If Arsenal pulls off Leao and Sesko, their attack becomes truly terrifying. My personal view is that Leao, with his pace, dribbling, and goal threat, would be an absolute game changer for Arsenal, providing the unpredictability and directness they sometimes lack against stubborn defenses. Chelsea. The Maresca era and the Hazard 2.0 hunt. Now let's talk about Chelsea. Under new coach Enzo Maresca, they are kicking off their FIFA Club World Cup campaign against LAFC, but more importantly, they are accelerating their transfer activities with a total budget that could reach $210 million. This is serious intent. Liam Delap, Maresca's first recruit. Liam Delap is almost certainly their first new signing, under Maresca having completed the first part of his medical. Chelsea is confident in reuniting Delap with Maresca, who coached him at the Manchester City Academy. This is a clear signal Maresca is bringing in players he trusts and knows, building from the ground up with a familiar face. It's a low-risk, potentially high-reward move given Delap's history with the coach. Hugo Ekitike, the Hazard 2.0 vision. The real excitement, however, is their pursuit of Hugo Ekitike from Frankfurt. Chelsea is leading the race for him with a potential value of up to $84 million. And get this, he's being touted as the Hazard 2.0 version. It's like, wow, that's a bold comparison, but if he lives up to even half of that, he's a phenomenal talent. My analysis here is that Chelsea is looking for a creative, versatile forward who can operate across the front line similar to how Hazard did. Ekitike, with his potential, could become the focal point of their attack for years to come. It's Garnacho's Chelsea dream, and yes, the sources confirm Chelsea has received positive signals from Alejandro Garnacho, who has publicly expressed his desire to join Chelsea after his conflict with his current coach. He has told his agent that Stamford Bridge is his ideal destination, and Chelsea is ready to act on Manchester United's $60 million asking price. This would be a massive coup, not just for the player's talent, but for the psychological blow it would deliver to a direct rival. Imagine the headline. This move signals Chelsea's aggression in the market and their willingness to capitalize on internal issues at other clubs, defensive reinforcements, and depth. The club is also considering signing another center back, with Levi Colwill being a top target. And this indicates they want to add depth and quality to their defense. Alongside this, they plan to strengthen squad depth with Esteva Willian and Dario Osorio. This multi-pronged approach shows Maresca wants not just a strong starting 11, but a robust squad capable of competing on multiple fronts. With only 10 days to complete deals before the transfer window temporarily closes for the Club World Cup, Chelsea is in a rush, but their intent is clear. They mean business. Tottenham Hotspur, Postecoglou's uncertain future and ambitious targets. Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, Tottenham, a club that just won its first trophy in 17 years, the Europa League, and yet coach Ange Postecoglou's future is uncertain. You heard that right. The Daniel Levy conundrum. A trophy isn't enough. Chairman Daniel Levy is still considering a coaching change after Spurs finished 17th in the Premier League. This is mind-boggling to many fans, but it highlights Levy's relentless pursuit of top-tier Premier League performance, even at the cost of immediate silverware. Postecoglou, despite winning the Europa League, emphasized, "I don't want us to just enjoy this moment. Let's think about what's next. Don't be satisfied. We have tasted victory, and let's make sure we come back here again." Then this shows his ambition, but the league position is clearly a sticking point for Levy. My take, it's a harsh reality of modern football. One trophy, even if it breaks a long drought, might not be enough if league performance isn't up to scratch. It's a high-stakes game. Inzaghi on the radar. Tottenham has reportedly approached Simone Inzaghi as a potential replacement. Inzaghi previously turned down Liverpool and Manchester United, but the Premier League remains an attractive destination. Tottenham hopes an ambitious project and Champions League qualification will persuade him. This indicates that Levy is aiming high for a potential managerial change, looking for a coach with a proven track record of consistent top-flight performance. Record-breaking transfer ambitions on the transfer front. Levy plans to break the club's transfer record this summer, targeting Jack Grealish and Eberechi Eze. And these are huge names. Grealish possibly out of favor at City. If their tactical revolution takes hold, would be a major creative force. Eze, as mentioned earlier, is hungry for titles and would bring dynamism. Spurs missed out on Liam Delap to Chelsea and Johnny Cardoso to Atletico Madrid, but received positive news regarding Jean-Claire Todibo, with Man City giving the green light for a $25 million sale, though the young midfielder prioritizes the Bundesliga. Tottenham has also announced the departure of 5 players and completed the signing of Kevin Danso for $21 million while discussing other potential deals for Savio and Mwehi. Postecoglou, amidst all this uncertainty, remains resolute, stating, "My mission here is to win titles. I know it's destiny." This encapsulates the paradox of Spurs right now. Ambition meets uncertainty in Liverpool. The post-Klopp era begins with big questions. Finally, let's talk about Liverpool. Just days after winning the Premier League title, they are entering a summer transfer window with many questions. This is the start of the Arne Slot era, and it comes with massive shoes to fill. Florian Wirtz, the $130 million conundrum. Florian Wirtz is their biggest target, but the $130 million asking price and Bayer Leverkusen's demand for Harvey Elliott or Jarrell Quansah in exchange make the deal complicated. Elliott's departure is considered more likely due to less playing time in the attack, while Quansah might be retained given the severe shortage of defenders after Trent Alexander-Arnold's departure. My analysis, Wirtz is a generational talent, and he fits Slot's high-energy attacking style perfectly. But that price tag and the demand for key young players show Leverkusen knows his worth. It's a huge gamble, but if they pull it off, it's a direct statement of intent for the Slot era. Defensive reinforcements, Frimpong and Kirkez. Liverpool has already completed the signing of Jeremy Frimpong to replace Alexander-Arnold, which is a very decisive move to address a key defensive need. They are also negotiating with Bournemouth for left-back Milos Kirkez as a long-term replacement for Andy Robertson. These moves indicate a clear strategy: strengthen the defense, bring in young dynamic fullbacks who fit Slot's system. It's about building for the future while maintaining current competitiveness. Luis Diaz's uncertain future. The future of Luis Diaz is increasingly uncertain after his girlfriend posted a farewell-like message on social media. Barcelona and Saudi clubs are reportedly ready to make a move. This is a major blow if true. Diaz brings incredible energy and directness to Liverpool's attack. His departure would necessitate a high-quality replacement. This kind of social media activity often signals an impending move, and it puts Liverpool in a tough spot to either persuade him to stay or find a suitable replacement quickly. The Dutch identity Slot's vision. In terms of coaching staff, assistant coach John Heitinga is set to return to Ajax, and Liverpool plans to bring in a legend to succeed him to strengthen the Dutch identity under coach Arne Slot. This is fascinating. It shows Slot wants to embed his philosophy and cultural approach deeply within the club from day one. It's about establishing a clear identity for the new era, ensuring seamless transition and alignment across the coaching staff. Tyler Dibbling, the young talent. Liverpool is also in the race for Tyler Dibbling, a 19-year-old Southampton talent who can play as a winger, attacking midfielder, or striker. This shows they are still committed to signing young, versatile talents for the future, ensuring a steady pipeline of quality players for years to come. What a whirlwind FB family. As you can see, the big six Premier League teams are approaching this summer transfer window with wildly different strategies. Some are undergoing massive tactical restructuring, like Manchester City preparing for a truly revolutionary playing style. Others are wrestling with deep internal turmoil and shocking player rifts, like Manchester United, where the drama off the pitch might be even more intense than the action on it. Then we have clubs like Arsenal and Chelsea aiming for pure breakthroughs by adding sheer quality and game-changing talent to their ranks. Tottenham is in a fascinating dance, balancing recent silverware with the relentless demands of top-tier league performance and considering a seismic managerial change. And finally, Liverpool, starting a brand new era, faces the challenge of rebuilding on the fly while dealing with big questions and massive shoes to fill. My final take: this isn't just about preparing for next season. Every single decision being made right now is laying the foundation for the next 3 to 5 years for these clubs. There's no room for complacency, no space for hesitation in this relentless Premier League race. The stakes have never been higher, and the drama is far from over. What do you think, Head FB family? Which club is making the smartest moves? Who's walking a tightrope of disaster? Are you excited about City's no-winger revolution? Will Bruno really leave United? And who is your pick for the Hazard 2.0? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Podcast FB for more exclusive content, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the beautiful game. Your thoughts fuel this podcast, so drop them below. Until next time, stay passionate, stay informed, and let's keep talking football.